It's a video about Morwitijal. Morwitijal is south of Falkreath. Pretty much that's it. Southwest, the best way to go, walk to Haldir's Cairn or walk from Haldir's Cairn east, and that's the area that it's in. Right in the Jarl Mountains. One of these days I'll find out what that house is. I'm sure it's something. Yeah. Morwitijal. It's built into the side of the mountain. And unfortunately when I put it in I had to get rid of a tree, which I hate so much. No, the reason I hated removing the tree. I like the trees. I didn't want to remove anything that Bethesda put there. Ugh. Anyway, Morwitijal. That's pretty much it. Go south, you'll find it. Moon. Yeah. And unlike the Kina Langdonsel video, which came out a few months or weeks after Kina Langdonsel debuted, the Morwitijal video is coming out a few days after Morwitijal first appears in Relics of Hyrule. So here goes nothing. So first thing, your followers will follow you, which is helpful. And you go down these stairs, logically, and there's a few bandits in here. There's 2 bandits and a dog. And they'll actually talk to the dog, which is pretty cool. Hey guys! Okay, so then you'll see they've done some things. There's a cooking pot on one of those heads. There's some ruins here, so the idea is that the head was right there at first and pops down. They had a fireplace here and they're cooking. And I'm really happy with how this sort of turned out, because this room is really nice. Sometimes they'll be sleeping in these... I think this guy was actually sleeping here when I came in. There's some knapsacks, which have stuff in them. Anyway. There's, actually, I'm gonna take this apple. There's also some sacks with stuff in them. That one doesn't have anything in it. Big thing, Ignatia's journal. There are 5 volumes to Ignatia's journal. I'll try my best to show you where all of them are. But basically it's the diary of a Imperial who got trapped in Morwitijal. I'll let you read it. But what's most important... No, actually no. It's pretty important, because it's like a nice little lore. And I write all my journals stream of consciousness, like it's someone actually writing it. I don't try to make it pretty or anything. I mean, she writes fairly well, I guess. But there's a few blank pages. And at the very end, in different handwriting, do you want to play with me? And fans of Majora's Mask might see where this is going. I'm going to actually take these, because I'm going to show you how they're different. There's a chest with some stuff in it. And that's the first room. This door, you can't open because it requires a key. And then, I'm actually impressed with myself, because I didn't really intend this, but this is the first room you go in. And you turn around, and you're faced right with the 3 eagles. This is something you'll have to remember. Well, not really, but 3 eagles, which is unusual, because usually, and Ignatia Journal points this out, usually ancient Nord ruins have multiple, instead of 3 eagles, it's an eagle, a bear, and a thing. And I suppose I could have done that, but I like the idea of 3 eagles, instead of like dragon, I don't know. Yeah, see, it's not as easy as just 3 eagles, boom, done. And I function under the keep it simple, stupid sort of mentality with Relics of Hyrule, which is why I'm not doing quests, damn it. Anyway, Morwitijal actually got rearranged a few times. This is the only room with vines in it, for one. And originally, you can actually sort of tell, originally that wall over there, that wall used to be here. And there was a different arrangement to things. But I changed it because it got too complicated and it was really hard to navigate. This used to be different, and then this wasn't even here. It used to be that you had to jump down this chasm. But I got rid of that because that was too... Your followers wouldn't follow you, and then they come through backwards, and it didn't work. So you have to go across this. You can jump down if you want, but I'm not going to. And you saw that I figured out how to do traps, because there's a trigger here, and there's actually some firewood under it. And it'll drop down, and there's some dust that appears, and it's awesome. Another chest with some stuff in it. And these glowing mushrooms will light the way. Morwiddijal used to be really dark, but I changed that because it was kind of annoying. Blocked path. It used to be, you know, you fell down, you couldn't get back up, and then it was really complicated, so I'm not going to go into it. All the chests are backwards for some reason. Not going to bother changing it, because it doesn't ruin the game. And then... Draugr! Get out of here. And you'll notice, he's carrying a Hylian shield. Yeah. He's carrying a Hylian shield. And that should sort of clue you in to more about this. There's some re-deads in here. They're supposed to be in those coffins, but for some reason I just can't get them to stay in the coffins. I'm not gonna bother anymore. Dungeons are fun and all, but Morwiddijal was definitely challenging. Maybe in a future update they'll be in there, but it's not a priority. So anyway, you killed those Draugr. Oh yeah, and needless to say, you can't open this gate. You can try all you want. Probably you could kill those re-deads right now to save time. What if I can? No, that's not right. Oh, right, this guy's bound bow. Nope. Okay. What do I have set to 5? 5 is Salamander Touch. Okay. Okay, at least the battle music works. I know that much. Also, here's a Draugr who got crushed by the falling rock of Boulderness. Okay. Enough of that. You have to go down this path here. So, oh, don't mind me, Draugr. So he came up. I actually forget which way you came in. Okay, you came in this way. You come along this way, and there's the only one path that you can go down. I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it's the only path you can take. And it's this long, winding thing, and you face another Draugr. Heyo. Needless to say, the weapons like Dawnbreaker and Great Fairy Sword, and Master Sword are really helpful here because of all the undead. And Mirror Shields are also very helpful. because, yeah, with a mirror shield, you can reflect their shouts back at them. So I'm actually going to use the mirror shield as well. Single herald, nice. Hello. How are you? I apologize for my fighting style, which is probably really disjointed. Magic. Where are my... Oh, there he is. Okay. You're good enough. At least I have one. Oh, hello. Can you actually mine that? Can't use this while in combat. Okay, well that's good enough for me. Hello. Got some stall children. Got some skulltulas. Really? What is 3? 3 is Dragon Bane, okay. Really need to make this 3 for now. Okay. You are 3 now, Antique Silver Mace. Oh, more skeevers, how nice. It's Tall Trial. Hey guys, alright. Here's another cool thing. And this is the handle you have to switch in order to open the gate that's like directly above it. Back here, you guys take care of this. Back here in this extra cave, there's a chest over here. With some stuff in it. And over here is a Goron Club. I'll talk more about the Goron Club in the Goron Club video. But yeah, this is where you find the Goron Club. It's a good weapon. Actually, maybe I will use it. No, I won't bother. Actually, let me check immersive creatures. Nope, wrong one. Truly undead. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Goron Club, pretty helpful. It's awesome. It's right there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Really, get out of my way. Alright. Up here in this, there's a ruined tower thingy. Right here. There's also ebony ore. And this big old pool, which has some floating junk in it, and a dead Draugr. Has some junk in there. And under it, more firewood. And there's a chest. There's nothing important in the chest. But remember this place, because something might come back here. There might be something here in a future update. You can look up and see way above you the that rickety bridge. Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going? Okay, so rickety big old tower. There's a Chilfos in there. How you going? And there's another one of Ignatia's journals. She talks about the boulder and how she's dealing with these guys. She mentions Redeads, I think. Yeah, she mentions Redeads, and she talks about the bandits. And then, Another quote from Majora's Mask. You may already know where this is going. Did I mention that Morwitijal is a anagram? Yep, all of the dungeons that I make, their names are anagrams. Kino Langdonzel is an anagram. Morwitijal is an anagram. And you can tell, well, here's the map. Morwitijal. Write those letters down and then see if you can figure it out. The map is sort of helpful, but not really. You can see how coiled up Morwitijal is. It's... oh! Okay. You were dark before. I don't know why you're back to normal now. Itnumzand, the third dungeon, that's also an anagram. I'm only gonna make 3 dungeons. Itnumzand is the last dungeon. I might make small dungeons. Like, right now, I will announce that I am going to make Beneath the Well to expand the freezing caves. So that's one thing. But the big dungeons aren't gonna happen anymore. That's how you deal with re-deads. Knock them down before they can knock you down. Okay, look, buddy. Oh, right down it goes. Okay, I'm gonna quick save. Can I pick these up? No. For some reason, I don't know why, but trying to search them isn't working. Sometimes that'll happen. Yeah, you can't search these readers for some reason. It's a good thing they're not carrying a key. Yeah, what was supposed to happen was these things break down and they come out. And in fact, you see these dirt piles? Originally, I was gonna have them crawl out. But that didn't work. I think I'm gonna try to fix this room because right now it's kind of pointless because you can just draw them out and kill them that way. Because then this closing portcullis is cool and all, but it's pretty pointless. And you open that portcullis by flipping this lever. And then this lever opens those doors. So yeah, there's still some kinks to be ironed out, but it's pretty much done. Volume 3 of Ignatia's journal is right by this chest in the Redad room. It's just right by this chest. And basically what it says is it's her life story, sort of. And she's talking about how she keeps getting these, not so much visions, but every so often something will be like, I don't know, and it's something related to Majora's Mask and Termina. And then there's more ramblings there. Just... oh, actually no, give me those heralds. Okay. That is the upper dungeon of Morwiddijal. Or the first dungeon in Morwiddijal. First layer of Morwiddijal. Next up is the Catacombs, which is the second part. Right. Morwiddijal Catacombs. This hallway, originally it just opened right into the Catacombs, but I had to add this hallway because... Stalpos! Originally, yeah, when the door just opened right into it, the Stalfos would come out before it loaded, and it was just weird and didn't work. Behind the scenes of why things don't work. Hey, whoa, hey. Hi. Oh, I got him to not scream. Okay. Right. So we got some ruins here. This thing used to be hanging from the ceiling. This sort of implies that there was a hallway or something. I don't know. Stuff fell. It's ruined. It's broken. And here's a jogger crushed by sarcophagus. And Morwitijaal catacombs have very special doors. Don't look around for the switch to this because you just need to walk up to it. It's an automatic door. Can't open that. You can open this. And in here... Oh, another Spiltula. There's this one. There's two animal thingies. You're tempted to pull the snake, I imagine, maybe. But this is what happens when you pull the snake. So don't pull the snake. Obviously it's the eagle, because remember that 3 eagles thing? And here's her another volume. And she's it starts with the Majora's Mask quote. And I'll talk more about the wording of this particular journal in the Majora's Mask video. But notice she uses the word wrath. So yeah, that's all this. Man, I like this. Did I get the 3rd volume? Ignatia. Volume... I'm missing volume 3. No. Not right now. Oh, don't get in my way. I'll skip volume 3 for now. I don't want to waste your time. Oh, hello. Yep, you can't reflect their shouts. But, if you have a spell absorption thing, or one of those, some special dodge mod, you can actually dodge their screams sometimes, or absorb them, as I've found. So that's interesting. Yeah. There's a Draugr. They've fallen out of their thing and they're dead. There's some that are wrapped up. This one has a Re-Dead mask on it. Oh, here's something. First of all, you have to go this way. Go this way. There's this rubble pile. There's another Draugr. He's in. Now he's dead. Over here... Always do that. It's so instinctive. Okay, I'll just deal with it. Pull this. There's a Hylian ghost in here, too. Oh, man. And this guy, one of them has a Hylian shield. I gotta shut up because this is really distracting. Look at that frame rate. 5 frames per second. Oh, get out of here. you're re-dead. Okay. That made me soldier. Ah, there he is. Oh, jeez. Somebody summoned a Dremora. Okay. This one had, why is it carrying Ashland Heroes clothes? That needs to be fixed. Anyway, okay. Okay, where's the, Ghostly Remains. This one had, the Nehru cap, which is pretty good. And a special Staff of the Slain Ball, as they are due. So yeah, Morwitijal, there's fewer enemies, it's a smaller dungeon than Kino Langdonzel, but they all gang up on you, so it's sort of different. And some of them are sleeping. Sleeping Redead. Ooh, I want to take... Look at that. Okay, that is just awesome, watching them get out. Okay. Not gonna bother waking him up. Okay, so now here's this giant open cave. You come in and there's this shaft of light. And there's a shield here. And a crossbow. But, you notice that I'm kind of being a little hesitant because... That's why. Oh, and also there's a Madman in here.
Nothing.
So, in case you didn't get a good look at him, he's a high elf wearing... Well, first of all, he has crappy skin, but he's wearing a Redead mask. And you can actually loot that off him if you wanted to. There's another switch. And also, over here is Gossip Stone. One in every dungeon. At least one in every dungeon. And Ignatia's journal. She's talking about... She finds the crossbow. Oh, she had the crossbow. She can't carry it. And that's it. And then, well, shall we play? And here's the Skyloft Iron Shield. It's a heavy shield. This is, I think, the only place you can get it. And it's, I forget how strong it is, but it's fairly strong. Well, yeah, and you can improve it into the reinforced shield, and then the fortified shield. And that's it. It's pretty cool. I'll make a video on it, standalone video. It actually has 3D rivets. I'll get rid of that. Then, there's also the Hero's Crossbow, which is a strong crossbow. It's a strong crossbow that ignores armor and deals extra damage to undead. So that's helpful, and it's modeled after the, its design is sort of inspired by the Link's crossbow training crossbow. That one was shaped more differently, and it was more ancient looking, but I gave this part Dwemer, part not Dwemer sort of design. Yeah, I hear that. Oh, and also there's some Quicksilver over here. There's some other ore other places. I'm gonna drop this. What else do I have? Drop Okay. So that is the end of Morwitijaal Catacombs. Here's a guy who got crushed by a tree. And Ignatia, I was going to put her in here, but then I was like, no, and then I had her climb this tree. So the end. Just read the journals if you want to know about Ignatia. And here's these 3 gates. All those switches all those levers I was pulling that were marked by the eagle statues, that was to open these 3 gates. And that one gate in here was a little hard to see. So if you come in here and one of the gates down, logically it was you missed a gate, you missed a lever, and it's that one over there, which is nice because you turn around and it's right there. This cave is kind of hard to navigate. You can't really get in except on the very left. So if you go all the way left, you can go through. But it's fine because this is the last bit of Morwitijal Catacombs, and next up is the arena. You enter into Morwitijal Arena and you're faced with a giant, and he's carrying a sword instead of what giants usually carry. And I actually modified his AI so he will attack you as soon as he sees you. There he goes. And he's bewitched. And he's big. He's really big. That was that. The arenas are intentionally bare. There's these sort of dragon statues with torches, and there's fog and stuff, but other than that, there's not much to them. So, Bewitched Giant, he has a lot of stuff. He actually has the Gem of the Swamp, so there's another place to get the Gem of the Swamp. He has a Moon Shard, which I'll talk about more later in a different video. He has a Piece of Heart, Songbook Page, the Swamp Key, which is probably the most important, and then the Swamp Note, which is interesting. And those of you who know Majora's Mask, this should look familiar to you. And he has the Colossal Sword, which is a stretched out scimitar, which is a great sword, and it's sort of a reference to Koloktos, which is one of my favorite bosses. And you kind of hold it funny, because I had to... Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that, because in order for him to hold it properly, you have to hold it kind of funny. But it's very slow. It's very slow, it's very big, but it is wieldable, and it's pretty cool. So I'll get rid of that because I'm not keeping anything from this adventure. That was the wrong way. Okay, after you defeat the Bewitched Giant, you can open this door. It's locked normally. And the rooms are... I'll show you the map. The rooms are... There's this sort of hallway that goes around them. And you'll notice this room you can't unlock. So you go to the next room, and you'll see this gigantic light. You can't open this door yet, but there's sort of flickering light coming from behind it. Get out of my way, you jerk. So yeah, the arena is arranged like this, and there's a door there that you can't open yet. And once I get through all the bosses, I'll explain why it's arranged like this. Second boss. It's a giant mammoth. And, oh, he attacks you on sight, just like, the giant. Also notice, there's 2 sources of light, whereas the other one had 1, and there's lots of rocks in here. And obviously the monstrous mammoth, has Gem of the Mountain, another moon shard, another piece of heart, mountain key, and a songbook page and mountain note. It might look familiar. So, Mammoth is dead. Let's try this door over here. Nope. Okay, well, try another door. And this one will be a little different, because if you picked up on the pattern by now of these bosses, this is going to be a little different, and there's a reason for that. 2 reasons, a lore reason and a real-world reason. These guys are new. These are the Chilfos. In Kino Langdonzel, there were... Okay. In Kino Langdonzel, there were greater Chilfos, which were giant frost atronachs, and these are normal Chilfos. And all I did with these guys was change the texture of the skeleton to use the frost atronach texture with a little modification. And they all carry Stalrim weapons, and once in a while they'll have Stalrim ore on them as well. Like this guy. This guy has Stalrim. It's really cool. They use... Sometimes they'll use frost magic, but it's kind of rare. They also have the Frost Atronach ability, which is why they explode. And it's really awesome. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They will come back. Yes, they will come back. Until then, there must be no tears. Anyway, so you notice all of this ice, which is kind of out of place, and also this giant fish, which is kind of out of place. And also there's 3 points of light in this place, as opposed to 2. Ocean key, ocean note. And he also has a moon shard and a piece of heart, just like all the other bosses. And now, a really cool boss across the street. So here's the arrangement. This was the giant, this was the mammoth, this was the fish, and this is 2 insects. 2 gigantic insects. Hi guys, how's it going? No magic? I mean, there's no music. Come on, music. They're tough. They are super tough. Look at them. They're draining my hit points. Hello. And they seem to be a lot bigger than the other bosses, which is intentional. Okay. There are actually 4 points of light here. There's one down there, one down there, one there, one there. And you'll notice that below this grate plate floor is a copy, sort of a mirror image of what's above it. And the loot is actually split up between these 2 guys. This guy has 1 page of the canyon note. and he has the key. And this one has the other page, and he doesn't have the key, but he has the piece of heart and gem of the canyon. Okay. These 4 bosses are based on the 4 bosses of Majora's Mask, if you haven't been able to tell yet. Morwitijal Arena is actually upside down, which is unintentional, but it works. This is north. It's supposed to be north. This is north. This is south. This is east, and this is west. Woodfall, Snowhead, Great Bay, Stone Tower, Ikana Canyon, Adolwa, Goat, Gyorg, Twin Mold. So the reason why these guys were so gigantic is because Twin Mold was huge, and there were 2 of them, and 2 insects. Gyorg, giant fish. Adolwa was a giant warrior. Goat was a giant mechanical goat, so I made him a mammoth. And you could tell that they were all themed based, all the runes were themed based on the boss that they were based on. Yeah. So Stone Tower, one of the big things about Stone Tower was that it was no, that needs to be fixed. But with Stone Tower, it got flipped upside down, and you had the other side, you know, upside down Stone Tower, and that's what this is, right here. Adolwa had a layer of water because it was a swamp. Goat had the mountains because it was the mountains of all those rocks. And then Gyorg, I'll go back to Gyorg's place. Excuse me, guys. Gyorg, it's frozen. It was originally, I actually did originally have it be you fought the fish. But then I was like, that is boring as hell. Why would you want to fight a fish? There's no underwater fighting in Skyrim, so it's not going to work. So I decided, now wait a second. The whole idea is, with Relics of Hyrule, is that Hyrule and Termina are dead. And that they sort of froze over. I'll just have you look at Lydia. I mean, Ilia. I'm sorry. They use the same voice. Hard to tell the difference. So, and I'm going to do this in Idnum Sand again. Everything's frozen. Anything that's water was frozen. And the Chilfos took over. Gyorg here got sort of pulled out or something and just froze to death. So yeah, that's why that's frozen. And that's pretty much any that's all I have to say about that. It was supposed to be, it is supposed to be rotated 180 degrees, but you can't really tell the direction in Creation Kit very well. And who knows, maybe this is correct. I don't know, but it's sort of fitting that it's upside down because it's sort of like, it sort of fits because it's not Termina anymore, it's Skyrim, and it's just sort of messed up. And plus, when you see, you can tell where things are going. There's one more boss, and I wonder if you can tell who it is. And this is pretty cool. Originally I put in the, I tried to make the floaty thing from Tel Mithryn work, but I think this is cooler. Because it's sort of, and if you watch the trailer, this is in it. It's sort of like, it gets dimmer and dimmer as you go down. And it's sort of like Link falling down the hole at the very beginning. With all that creepy, trippy imagery. So, once you've beaten all 4 bosses, you can enter the Morwiddijal Sanctuary. And there's a hallway and some creepy green smoke at the end of it. And you can actually listen. The soundscape is actually external forest. So every so often you'll hear like crickets or a bird. And I did that on purpose because at the end of Majora's Mask you end up inside the moon as this lush landscape with a single tree. Also remember that there's a single tree in Morwitijal, the first Morwitijal up there. So that's, you do all that, and then you come in here. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Wait for it. When you first approach the door, it opens and the coffin opens. And when you step into the room, something else will happen. You gotta step all the way into the room. For one thing, this is gonna close, just so you know. But I can't spoil this. I need to full screen. I couldn't talk during that. That is just... God, I love how that turned... That... So... And the... Yeah. 4.4 is pretty much centered around Morwitijal. Majora's Mask. This is the Majora's Mask update. I changed where you get Majora's Mask a few times, and I'm going to talk about this in the Majora's Mask video. Oh boy. There's fighting a dragon priest wearing Majora's Mask, and this was really hard to get to work. It's hard to get NPCs to wear masks, but I know how to do it now, so you'll probably see more NPCs wearing masks. But holy crap. Also, this is one of those burial shafts, so like it's just lined with coffins. You saw that Majora's Mask, Majora's Priest summons Stalfos. It's supposed to also summon Redeads and things, but Stalfos is good enough. This is Apocrypha Fog. It's mist from Apocrypha. This is little wibbly walls from the Soul Cairn. They're the same colors as Majora's Mask. This is where you get Majora's Mask. You can't get it anywhere else. This is the Dragonborn version, so it's Dragonborn exclusive. This is where you get the Majora's Mask in Dragonborn version. I'm just overwhelmed by how awesome that was. I really like how that turned out. So Majora's Priest has the Fire Rod, which essentially is Din's Fireball in a staff. Talk more about that in that video. Has another Moon Shard, has a Moon Note, And that's that. So now you are the owner of Majora's Mask, and it's the same one that the Dragon Priest was wearing. Everything, you know, that's that. It was supposed to have... Did they have the key? Did I take the key? Yes, it had the key. So, you beat Majora's Mask. You get Majora's Mask. There's one thing that was missing from this whole encounter. If you played Majora's Mask, and you know that if you get all the masks in the game, all 24, you get another mask, a new mask, that gives you a new sword. Right, Fierce Deity Sword. This is where you get the Fierce Deity Sword, Morwitijaal. Fierce Deity Sword. I'll talk more about it in the Fierce Deity Sword video. It's a two-handed sword. Originally I was going to make it a bound weapon, but I changed that because it was too hard to make it work. That's how you open the portcullis. It's very big. This is the mesh by Chilfos 1, and I made the texture myself. And it's converted by D. Magnus. And you'll notice it's pulsing. The shader is pulsing. It's pretty quick for a sword, and it wouldn't be the Fierce Deity Sword without this. Oh, it actually works. And I actually, yeah, it does the classic bolt. But it also does the vertical one. And whenever it impacts, it leaves a shock barrier. So the Fierce Deity Sword is very powerful. And all those moon shards have something to do with it. I'll talk more about that later. But right now, that's the Fierce Deity Sword. There's a strong box next to it that has the white ring. It's a silver ring, but it has a purpose. It will have a purpose eventually. I just don't know what that is yet. And there's another gate. I don't have the key for it yet. But this is a part of Morwiddijal, so I will show you. If you have the Song of Time and the Ocarina of Time, and you play it, and then if you go to the Ancient Enchanter and play it, you'll get the Ancient Gate key. And go to the Ancient Enchanter, play the Ocarina of Time, play the Song of Time, then craft while the Song of Time is active, and you'll be able to craft the Ancient Gate key from nothing. And then you can open this gate, just like in Kino Langdonzell. And there's these crystals poking out, and that's the link between worlds right there. But behind it is the Dark Chest of Wonders. There's going to be another one in Itnamzan, but when you open this, there will be 2 random things from Relics of Hyrule. So in this case, it's Skulltula Chitin, which is not available anywhere else, and Light Essence, which is very hard to get. So the Dark Chest of Wonders has a chance of giving you something really awesome, like Light Essence, or something that's not quite as useful, like one of the rings or something. Well, actually, no, the rings are very useful, but it's sort of a crapshoot. It's just 2 random items. So that's that. With Morwiddijal comes a new addition to the Link Between Worlds. And now I have a cat in my lap. So, oh, that needs to be fixed. Dang it. What's supposed to happen is this is supposed to already be up. and when you pull this, it activates it. But it's supposed to already be up. So here's the Morwiddijal gate in the Link Between Worlds. So this means that if you've been to Kina Langdenzell and you've been to Morwitijal, you can travel from Kina Langdenzell to Morwitijal. And that over there, that Dwemer Drawbridge, that will be Itnamzand. So you'll be able to come through and travel. And the Link Between Worlds is now really a link. And you can come from Morwitijal to the Freezing Caves, which I'll expand eventually. And you can go to Kina Langdenzell. So basically, you can use Morwitijal and Kina Langdenzell as a way to travel from Falkreath to Solitude without much effort. And it won't take any time at all. And then when Itnamzand... My cat is rubbing my microphone. When Itnamzand comes out, there'll be another place that you can travel to. There is... Stop it. Cat. There's actually another little Easter egg over here. You might be able to see. There's another gate, but you can't get to it yet. That will come with Itnamzand. So that's that. That's Morwitijal. I'll drop that. Let's do that here. There's one thing that I still need to show you for Morwitijal. I'm not keeping anything from this, so you don't have to worry. I'm not ditching the Fierce Deity sword. I'm just not saving, that's all. Once you have the key, you can actually open... Stop it! You can actually open this door. And I'm going to try to find the 3rd volume of Ignatia's journal. I'm not sure where it went. And yeah, if you open that door, you'll end up here. I'll just bring you back when I find the 3rd volume so I can tell you where it is.